Everybody, and welcome back. We are doing another round of cards. I believe this is number 6 for 2017, where I am hosting a card swap where everybody sends in cards and we swap them. And so you could do batches of 10. And the key thing was anything you wanted to do on your card, any style of card, any color of card, any products. The main idea was trying to keep it in the A2 size. So let's go through a few. There's quite a few in this video. This is just the first one. And this is from Lily Saab, and she did 10 cards exactly the same. Every single one is exactly identical. So let's go through how to do this. We have a black cardstock base. On the inside, we have a white insert that she's just stuck on the middle. And then we have a white cardstock that she has embossed, and it looks like snowdrift. It's a whole bunch of little dots, so it looks like snow falling down. She's added over top of that 2 little pieces of white cardstock where she's added some gray pen and then stickles on top of it. And then I think she's either hand cut it or it might have been, it looks like it's been hand cut. So it looks like snowdrifts. Over top of that on the bottom, and then she, well, as part of the snowdrifts, but she's also, because it's papers over top of this white one, she's cut it so they match perfectly. So that way it doesn't go over. She stamped the season's greetings over top of the whole thing because you can see it just going over there. And then we have a cute little die cut kitty and then a street lamp. And then on top of the street lamp, which has also been die cut, she's added some holly pieces. That's the green that's been die cut out. And then she added a cute little bow that I think she sewed. I think she sewed all this. And then there's a little bitty pearl in the middle of all that. Super cute. This next card is from Earl Cutler, and she has created a white cardstock base that opens up vertically in a horizontal fashion. And on the inside, she stamped, "May peace and be your gift at Christmas and your blessing all through the year," or all year through. I can't read today. She did 20 cards, and they're all exactly identical. And I'm going to try and tell you how I think she did this. It's really cool. So she's got just a black base for a mount, and then on top of that we have a cardstock that she has created all the colors and textures on. I believe what she started to do is now I don't know which one she did first. All of the branches have been heat embossed with black, so it's got black embossing power that she's heat set. Same with the Silent Nights. So all of that's been done. She could have gone through and done all of that first, and then it looks like what she's done is she's gone through and inked it. And my guess is with one of those blending tools like the Tim Holtz blending or Distress Inks or something, and done all the blue around the edges, kind of darker and then fading in. And then across here, she has done the yellow, a really strong yellow here, and then faded it out. So it looks like the moon is setting through the tree branches, which is pretty, really pretty. Around the Silent Night, she's added a little bit of, looks like it's not a stickle, it almost looks like a glitter pen because it's just got a tiny bit of sheen to it. And then splattered over across the top on all of it are all these little white dots, and it reminds me of paint splatter, but it's raised. It's got a little bit of a thickness to it, so I'm not exactly sure what that substance is, but it feels really pretty. I mean, the texture of the card is really kind of fun because you have all these fun different textures going on. That's really awesome. These next set of cards, and she actually created 20, but there's 10 of this and 10 of this, are from Jan Armstrong, and she put her card on the back of some of them. So here you can see that she looks like she's part of Fun Stamper's Journey. So what we have here, and let's do this one first, is we have a craft cardstock. Oh, it goes vertical. Craft cardstock base that goes vertical. And then we have a layer of a red, but it's a really deep red. And on top of that, we have a white, and then we have the pattern paper, but the pattern paper has been cut in vertical strips. So we have the red, the white, and the vertical strips. And that's really kind of fun how you can see the separation between the fun things. It's a really good way of using pattern paper and breaking it up when you add lots of solid colors. We then have a strip. I think it's just a single strip. Yeah, it's a single strip of that washi tape, or it could be glitter paper that you can see it's that gold glitter. We have the same red as the background die cut out or punched out in a circle, and then on top of that we have another one. My guess is that's a die cut. And then she stamped Merry Christmas, and this one's got a whole bunch of little dots that have been cut out of that. And then she's dropped a whole bunch of splatters of something kind of silvery. You can see these little dots over there, and I'm not sure what that's come from. My guess is from Fun Stamper's Journey. And then we have a series of 3 little dots. Super cute. This next one we have is a fall card. It's a little bit different. And it's on a white cardstock base. On the inside, she put a bright orange leaf die cut, which is the same as what's on the front. We have a embossed green that says fall, thankful, grateful, thanks, all that kind of stuff. And then we've got a stamped little tag. And I can't, ooh, that's been hand cut. That's not been die cut out. That's been hand cut. And it says, give thanks for all things. We have that same kind of glittery paper, which makes me feel like this one might be too, I don't know, maybe, because you can definitely tell that it's a washi tape that's here, but this one seems thicker. So it makes me feel like she's doubled it up over here. I just can't see, which means it's really good. I mean, it's really hard to see that it's been doubled here, but I can because obviously one's longer than the other. So we've got 2 strips of that. And then we've got 3 die cut leaves. Some of them have open sections, and like this one here, and obviously this one here are completely enclosed. And then we have a series of a trio of little gems. Super adorable. All right, this next batch of cards is actually from me. I created 15 cards, and they're in kind of 2 different categories. So here's kind of the 2 categories. I started off with the plan of turning all the cards to make them look like this one. All of them, I was going to do 10. We're going to look like this. And then the bow tie, I did the one. And I actually have all of me making these on video. So, but as you can tell, the first draft is pretty much the same. I just left the bow tie off. But the background cardstock, whatever cardstock I did it on, sometimes I changed having strips of paper, the color strips. Sometimes I did no strips. But the general idea for all of these cards is exactly the same. And they're all made from stuff that's in my Christmas kit. And so if you want to kit the kit, take a look at the video. The link is up on the iCard and also at the end of the video if you want to learn or how to get my Christmas kit and win a chance to win my Christmas kit, which is pretty darn awesome. The other variation I had is I didn't have enough die cut of the little holly pieces, and I didn't feel like doing any more. But I pulled out another strip of paper, or another sheet of paper that had all of these different tags on them. And so instead of doing the holly, I did the tags. So that was kind of the other rendition of the card and the other variation. So even though there's 15 cards, and sometimes I diverted, I didn't put a background paper, or I added the holly in a strip with the card. I mean, I kind of played with it. But this was basically my idea for these cards, and there's 15 different ones, which is pretty darn awesome. This next batch of cards came from Nadine Carlier, and she actually has a YouTube channel you can go check up on the iCard. And I think she's done a couple of these online. I'm not sure if all of them are, but let's take you through. She's done 3 different types of cards. This is the only one like this, but then she did a whole bunch in this range that are a little bit different, but the same, and I'll show you how. And then she did a whole bunch of this card that are exactly identical. So let's take you through the Snowflake one first. So here we have a card that is just on a white cardstock base. She wrote her name on the back side of all of them, which took a little bit of time. She has then taken another sheet of white cardstock, and over top of that, ooh, that's pretty cool, she has added a layer of, I'm guessing these are stickers, and they feel very fuzzy. So my guess is that they're a sticker that she has put on there. If they're not a sticker, Nadine, speak up so I know what they are. And then this feels like this is a stencil that she's laid over top and then added, it looks like a pearlescent kind of a medium over top of that, and it's a series of branches, and then it's a little house, and then you can see it's like you're looking through and there's snowflakes falling down, and on top of these snowflakes she's put little pearls, so it's really cute. This card, she's done the same exact template, but then she's varied kind of what may be on the background and stuff. So on all of them we have a white cardstock base, and on the back she's written her little information, and then they all have a deer that you can see on here, and this is a die cut deer, but she's die cut them in different colors. So some of them are done in this mocha color, and this is with the Renia foiled paper, and this one has been done in the gold. She has also done maybe a different background paper for all of them. So if you notice, this one's got it's a pattern paper with lots of, looks like a, oh, those doodle things that you used to put the pen in, and there's a name for that, spirograph, that's it. Or she's done a craft with a bunch of stars, or she's created her own background paper with a bunch of splatters of mist and stuff that's on the background here. So that's the variation on that. All the cards have the same two little tags that are up here. It's the foiled paper, and this one's in the Starstruck. And then she's got a die cut piece, or sorry, embossed piece that's with a whole bunch of snowflakes. She's got all of the sequins going across everywhere, and then all of them have a stamp Merry Christmas. So the only two variations are the background base and maybe what color the deer is. Beyond that, it's exactly the same card. But you can see how you can change it up based on how much supply. She may not have had enough of the background paper of this or this, so you just change it up. It makes it work just great. All right, here we have another card where, again, a white cardstock base. She's got a layer of green foiled paper in the Starstruck from Renia, and then she's got a bow that wraps around the entire thing and wrapped around the front. We have an embossed white sheet of paper that's got a whole bunch of little dots on it, and then she's die cut out 2 of the little Christmas trees, which are super cute. Like I said, and then wrapped the whole thing in a bow. Adorable. All right, this next batch is from Robin Bisland, and I'm going to call it pretty much the same thing, but she's turned it on end, and then I'll show you why they're all a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same card. For the first rendition, she has done, or I should say not the same card, the same technique and style and feel of it. She has done a vertical card. So it's a vertical card that opens this way. And what she's changed on every single one is that they all have a white cardstock base. That's a sign. She's put a little stamp on it. And then she's also put a little insert on all the card. And it says what she got it from and where it came from. The stamp is from Stampin' Up. And the paper is the Signature Collection by Sarah Davies. So every paper almost is a little bit different. So I think it's all come from the same collection. Yeah, so it's all the same collection. What she's changed is just the background paper in terms of she used a different one from each of the collection. And same for this version as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards that are all vertical. And then what she's also changed is what's in the middle of all of them. So sometimes we have a true bow with a bow. Sometimes we have twine. Sometimes we have more of just a interlocking ribbon. This one we have a series of little, it's like a sequins on a ribbon, but every single one has got a stamp on it. Now, a couple of the stamps, she's gone through and she's added a little dog ear to it. Sometimes she puts it over top of the bow and adds gems, or adds gems below, or cuts it and adds gems. So it's just a way of taking the same card, and she probably went through and was like, oh, I'm going to do it this way this time and this way this time, and just kind of change it up. So you don't have to worry about how you're putting it together in terms of the design of it. You're just changing little bits and pieces to kind of make it more fun as you're making a ton of cards. Kind of changes it up a bit. All of the ribbons and bows, everything has all been tucked behind this one sheet of cardstock. So it's been wrapped around, and that way you don't see the bow inside here. You could cut and run it in, but it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So those are fun. I love those. And I love the fact that it's kind of a blue color, something a little bit different. Same concept for this card. So now we've gone horizontal. So on this card, it's the same idea, and I think it's the same pattern paper. I'm just, yeah, so still Signature Collection by Sarah Davies, same stamp, but this time, sometimes the things that she's changed is, if you notice, she has 2 different colors of cardstock going on here with a ribbon, and then she used a different stamp color. For all the other stamps, she used a dark color. That's the only one that's a light color. Here's another one where she did the same thing. I don't want to lose her little inserts. I'm trying to put them inside here, where she put 2 different colors of paper, so she matched the paper from top to bottom. Sometimes it's the same paper, still changing up what the strips are. We have pretty much all of the same strips of paper. Another thing she changed is sometimes she put the strip at the top, sometimes she put the strip more in the middle, sometimes she put it more towards the bottom. So she kind of changed where the orientation of the strip of paper is happening on the card. Sometimes she added the little flags where she cut the corners. Sometimes there's some gems. Lots of this ribbon, and again, tucked underneath from behind. This is kind of a, looks like a velvety ribbon. There's lots of different fun colors, as you can see going on through here. Super cute. All right, the next batch of cards came from N. Hall. She has created 10 cards. These cards right here all have kind of the same concept, and you can see some of the very similar things that are happening here. First, we have a cardstock base with a white insert for all of them. The color of the cardstock might change. We might have more of this pinky red or this deep, rich, almost like a maroon red. We also have a strip of paper that's going across the bottom. Sometimes we have some that are bigger. Sometimes we have some that are shorter. Sometimes they've been cut in a fun pattern. This one's got a little scalloping. This got like a reverse scallop, and this has got a forward scallop. Sometimes, oh, this is another piece that looks like it came off of the reverse of this. She added on. Sometimes we have a little a bow going across it, some ribbon happening or not. Then we have a large embellishment of some kind. Here we have a snowman. Here we have the reindeer. Here we have tags that she's embellished on top of the tags, which is really fun. So this reindeer has been die cut. This looks like a sticker. On top of this tag, she's added more ribbon, same ribbon on both. And it's been like a little die cut piece. So it looks like a little sticker. Yeah, that's a sticker of a little owl. How cute. And then the tag has been die cut out of, or cut out a really pretty pattern paper with this awesome filigree. Same pattern paper on this one, and then what she's done is she's added these really cute bells. So it looks like she's taken, oh, that's smart. So she's taken a gem and then she's added a layer of paper over top of that to make it look like it's a bell. And that's just been stuck on top of the really large gem. That's so cute. And then we have a glitter holly with the two little gems to make it look like it's a holly with a bell hanging from there. We have the ribbon going across and then the same ribbon up above. And then we have a little sticker that says celebrate across it. So that's those ones. This one is a giant sticker of a snowman. And this one is I think this is a sticker that looks like a tag with a snowman on top. And it's got a cute little button for a nose. It almost looks like it's a brad, but I don't think so because it doesn't go all the way through. So my guess is that's just a little sticker. Probably came with it. And then there's a little bit of an embellishment on some of these as well. Like on here, she's added little epoxy dots on there. And then a Merry Christmas that she's stamped in white and stuck on here. This one's got a sticker. So again, it's the same concept. That same Merry Christmas with a couple little gems on the top. Oh, and this one is the reverse here. So here she's got the strip of paper and she's used the reverse section here and then matted it over top. So she's taken bits and pieces and used them together. So the Merry Christmas, here we have Merry Christmas, but she also put a little bit of washi tape at the top that matches with this. Here, just the Merry Christmas. And the last one, she doesn't have any sentiment on there. She just put the little dots because she wants the focal point to be the snowman. So again, similar cards, just changing up and tweaking little bits in here and there, but it's the same kind of general layout or design for the card. All right, we now have another pair of cards that, again, have a very similar design. And I'm going to kind of lump these ones together because they all kind of go. So it's a trio of cards, not a pair. And then we got our other pair over there. So we have a cardstock base. The cardstock may change. We may have a white. Oh, and this one she put her card into. I wonder if the other ones she puts. No, not all of them have cards. So now I can tell you who the name is. It is Nicole Hall, and she is Crafty Honeybee, and she does greeting cards for all occasions. So she can do handmade cards for you. That's pretty awesome. All right. So Nicole, if you're watching this, put your information at the bottom in the comment section so people can find you. The basics for the card is we have a cardstock. This one's in black and these ones in that kind of reddish, the light reddish color. This one we've added a strip of paper vertically. This one we've added a whole strip of paper across all of it. And this one we've done a vertical strip just right in the middle. This one's on the side. For all of them we have a main focal embellishment you can see or a stamp. This one is a layered where we've got a scallop kind of a window. And then on top of that we have, oh, that's kind of fun. That's neat. So she's taken a sheet of paper that she has embossed, and it's got what I call, it looks like a giraffe print. And then she's taken the top of that and then she's inked it. So that way you can see the embossed layers, and she's inked it in brown. And then she put a layer of vellum over top of that, and it makes it look like it's a brick wall. That's pretty darn smart. And then from that, we have then she's hung a stocking. And then this little button that she added a couple of embellishments, and then we have some little gems, and this is using a little bit, it looks like embroidery floss. And this stocking has been cut out where the pattern paper is the main stocking, and then she's got green for the toe, the heel, and the top, and added some little gems. That took some work. And then we have a bow over here, and then we have a Merry Christmas that's been stamped and inked around the edges. That took a lot of work to make that. I can see why she only did one, but that's really cute. Over here we have another embellishment. We do have a vertical strip, and then she's skewed the embellishment off to the side. And our pattern paper is a whole bunch of numbers that looks like it's the countdown to Christmas kind of thing. Another black strip of paper, and then we have, yeah, that's 2 layers. So we have a layer that says "Oh Holy Night," and my guess is that's a tag that I'm not sure if she stamped or it came that way. She might have stamped on top of it. And then it's another section of the paper that's the background that she's done a square, and then she's added this snowflake sticker on top. Cute. And then for this one, her main sentiment is this Merry Christmas, which has kind of been tied through a lot of her cards and just been stamped on there. And then she added 3 presents, sticker presents, or presents that are stickers, that's the word. And so the stamp is the Merry Christmas that is on there. So adorable. Obviously, we can see the similarities in these, but again, it's been changed up a bit. So same cardstock base with the white insert, as you can see on both of these. And then it's the same pattern paper, which is this, it looks like a fun kind of a swirly Christmas tree pattern. And for this one, she's cut an oval out of it. And I'm guessing I don't see the oval on any of our other cards, so it must be saved somewhere else. And then she has the Merry Christmas stamped, which is the same one for all of them. And then she's got 2 trees. And this one she added stickles on top of. So it's cardstock that's been die cut. And then this one has stickles, which is really pretty. Or it could have come as a pattern paper with that on there already, because here it is again. It's hard to say. This one, she has a full sheet, but then she added an extra layer of that same pattern paper over top. And we have 3 separate trees, but this time they're in a line on top of that extra layer of paper in this gold, and then the green, and then the red. And then she's got a Happy Holiday sticker on top of that. Adorable. All right, these next cards came from Dawn Ray, and as you can tell, they're very similar but different. She's done 10 of these and 10 of these. And again, the card was just so that it fit into an A2 size envelope. So this still fits the bill. She's just done a very fancy shape instead of a square. She's put them into a kind of a cool shape, which is really fun. She's put a little sticker on the back side of all of these, which was really pretty. All right, so same concept for both cards, but they're just different colors. So I'm just going to take you through one of them to begin with. We have a card that I think she has a die cut for, which is this snow globe looking shape that you see right here. She then has an extra die cut piece that goes on top of that she has done in like the silver glittery piece. And then we have another one that is foiled paper, but it's not. It's just a cardstock that's got a foil on front that she's die cut out this manger scene. And this one she did in blue, and this one she's done in red. And then here she's matched. So the only exception to what's different is the blue for the main scene and also for the bow. And as you can see, it does go down. So my guess is this is a set. This is like a kit that you get. And so this bow has also been embossed. So my guess is it's a die cut set. We have a filigree, or a little pine basically that comes through here that's in green, same on this one. And then we have the flower that has been embossed and die cut out, and the little gem in the middle. And again, super cute. I love those. All right, this next one's from Laura Blake, and it's a series of 10 cards that are exactly the same. She has taken a cardstock and she's cut a little section out of the front here. So she's actually just trimmed it right on off, and then she's added a layer of pretty pattern paper on the inside. We have 2 circles, that one's in green, one is in tan, that have been die cut and embossed. You can see it looks like it's stitching all around it. We then have a series of really fun little thread going through, and she's layered them on top and then just kind of cut it in. We have a little snowflake she's added some stickles to, and then I believe this is a, I can't tell, nope, she's done this. This is a stamped and die cut out little guy that she has colored all in, and then a little stamp of Merry Christmas. Super cute. All right, this next batch is from Christy Arsenault, and she did a series of 5 different cards, but some of them she's only done 5 of, or she did 10 of, or she did 15. I think she did 40 total. I have to double count again, but I have it listed somewhere. The first one here, they're all on a white cardstock base. And it's a white cardstock, and then she's done something really cool. So she's taken a sheet of fabric, and I think she did 5 of these. So it's a sheet of fabric that's got these really pretty dots, and then she's put a stick right here. And on top of that stick, we have a material. That's got a little bit of a tinsel trim, and then it's red, and she zigzagged it to make it look like a Christmas tree, and then added a little something on the top for the star. That's just so fun. I love how it's all these different textures, and it just looks really different and really cool. And it's a really fun way to use up some of that extra ribbon that you have to make it look like a Christmas tree. Cool. Next one is a fun way of using some of those foam stamps that you may have left over. I have so many for my kids, and this kind of fits into this category as well. So she has 3 of this exact same card, and then she has a whole bunch that look in this category, but they all kind of are similar. So again, white cardstock base. And then we have just a Merry Christmas, which is a little sticker that she's in. It's got gold that she's put on the bottom. And sometimes she's put them in different places. This set of cards has this blue star, and then she's put this little snowman on top. So super cute. I love that. These sets of cards, again, it's very similar. We have the gold, and then she's put different foam stickers. We have some that are penguins. I think she had like 5 or 6. She had 5 or 6 that were the little Christmas deer with, again, the little snowflake puffy stickers or foamy stickers. And then this was the only one that had the house, and just so cute. I mean, these are ones that you can even get your kids involved in because they would love to make these, and it looks so cute. I love this one, except I'm glitter bombed. No, but it's this big chunky glitter. You always see that big chunky glitter and you're not really sure what to use it for, and this is the perfect idea for that. So she, again, white cardstock base. And then we have that little sticker down here that says Merry Christmas. And then she's added a bunch of glue in here. And I don't know what kind of glue, but she's done it in the shape of a Christmas tree and then put the chunky glitter. And every now and then you're going to get some. That's why you see a few flaking off, because you get the glues on the bottom, and then you get a chunky glitter, but then you get another one on top and there's nothing to stick to. And so they've kind of flaked off, maybe, or the adhesive had just a tiny section. It's just in with the other cards kind of pulled off, and that happens. It's all good. And then we have a giant red bow, and I just love the look of that. That is so pretty. That's so cool. And then we have this one, which is fantastic. So it's a great way to look at an abstract card, and I'm really thinking I'm going to steal this idea. So what she's done is she's taken a card, and then she's just taken paint and gone all over in red, let it dry, went back with some streaks of green, and then added some gems, and then some more of that big fun chunky glitter, and then that little sticker down there that says Merry Christmas. And I love that. It's so different. It's not your clean cut, perfect little, stamped and die cut thing. It's a very different card, and I love that concept, and I'm so going to steal that. So awesome card. Thanks so much for stopping by my Christmas card swap. I believe this is number 6 in my series for 2017. If you've missed any of the others, and let me tell you, there's some amazing cards from some amazing talented people, and they're all so different. There's not a single one that looks the same from the other. It may be the same die or the same stamp or the same embossing folder, but they're all so different. So you got to go take a look at them. Playlist is up in the corner. It's also at the end in the icon, or at the end video. So make sure you go take a look at those. Merry Christmas, and thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.